happens to pop up. We are on the sides of Atlanta Days. You know, the strong season that they had so far. So here we go, watching the POV of Crusadey as they're trying to break into this P1. And you can see that Atlanta Days have gotten there first, but Lion starts off with the first blood. Kills are going back and forth, but three did go in the favor of Atlanta Days. There go the fourth day. So the first wave is won by Atlanta Days, Cash.
Won and more than dealt with. And not only were they dealing with that initial push, but they found a way to continually accrue time without giving up any for the side of Chicago. And, again, at this point in the season, especially Vanguard, you expect P1 to be mixy, right? For it to go back and forth, maybe split right down the middle. That's a fairly even hard point. But what's going to be important is looking ahead at the rotation. And right now, player 8, Lion, finding the kills to at least lock down this first part of a rotation. Now, a couple more gunfights going to have to go their way in order for them to have a clean setup, but spawns do flip. Gunfight is won by Crusadey, so this P2 time is still up for grabs, and Atlanta Days have a 20-point lead, so you're sitting very well off that opening break. Now, if you're Chicago Hunted, can you find a way to respond here early on P2?
Man, it's nobody currently on this hill, but the kills are going right now in the favor for Atlanta Days. They did just finally jump on the hill. They know where these players are coming from, so Exile just takes out Friar Chat. He probably just made a call out to his team. They're coming from this land bridge side. He looks at, gets another one. His teammates follow it up with 2 more kills, and this is looking like all Atlanta Days, Cash.
It really is. Again, a 30-point lead through 2 hills, well, I guess through 1.5, and they seem to be very much in control of the map here. Of course, you might get a break out of the side of Chicago to get a bit of time, but you look ahead towards P3 spawns, which is going to be on the right-hand side of that map, and who is it? It's Atlanta Dazed in control once again. They've won on the rotation from the opening break, and now they're going to be rewarded for what could be a 60-second hold, and they could very much get over the 100-point mark here. If they're able to get a 60-second hold, that would put Chicago in a very peculiar position. It would force them to have to respond on P4, so for the side of the Hunted, they're trying to get an early break here.
Yeah, but you can see that the Atlanta Days got in all the power positions and just got 3 kills to go in their favor. You got all Atlanta Days coming up through ring. Chicago to come up through ring. Suedo Cam, he's here. He's looking for one. Kind of can't get the second one as Lion takes him down. Now you got Chicago Hunting in control of the ring, so that's good for them as they're getting closer to this hard point. But there's Crusadey on the hill to get one. Teammates are followed behind him with 2 more kills. Paulie Beams, last one up for his team. Can he get on this hill? No, he cannot. Now, this second attempt for the Chicago Hunted is trying to come through, but you already got player 4, Sotero, already on the rotation, ready for this next hill, and Atlanta Days is looking to run away with this game as Sotero get the rotation kill.
Get the rotation kill and get to spawn. That's such a good point to bring up, is you're looking at how much time they're accruing, which gets them over the 100-point mark. And again, that route that Sotero made and found the kill in the back to get spawns secures them for P4. Is going all the way of the days. They are not looking confused here in map number 1. In firm control of this hard point, only 21 points being scored for the side of the Hunted. And again, they just haven't been able to get comfortable or find footing on this map. And when you have as much AR presence and pressure throughout the map and throughout these hills as the side of Atlanta does, it's so hard to get into a rhythm because so many of these lines of sight are long lanes. And so to close distance can be a challenge, especially if you're not able to find those opening breaks to kind of soften the defense. They're able to find 3 down here and get control, but again, if you're Atlanta, you've built up such a lead, you're cool with spawning out at this point. You're cool with focusing on P5 rotation. You've set yourself a 100-point cushion that, okay, if you have to give up a bit of time, you're more than willing to do that.
Yeah, right now, it's like Chicago Hunt is working on this spawn trap, but now they let 2 players get out, start making their way for this P5. For this P5 is getting ready to jump off. Chicago Hunted should be here first, so if they could just hold down some of these power positions, they would be all right. Paulie Beams is starting off with 1, but I think these players from Chicago Hunted are starting to get in position. It's going to be all up to Fire Chat to make some good plays right here in this top green building as he finds another kill up here. He's doing a great job. Here comes Sotero. Can he find this kill? No, he cannot. Sotero is just beast mode. 3 go down for Atlanta Days, as I think right now they finally just broke into this hill.
They get in with over half the hill left, so again, a chance here to get closer and closer to that not only 200 but 250-point mark. And it's behind coordinated team pushes, right? Whenever they've been able to break into a hill, if Chicago Hunted happen to get there early, it's because they've been able to get 4 down, they've made a clean push, and they're able to wipe the kill feed. It's put Chicago in a position where They have to find a way to stay alive and get some kills in response, find some trades. They haven't been able to. Now, in return, Chicago's found a clean kill feed on their focus and on their way to P1. But again, with how big this deficit is, it's going to have to be quite the succession of hills strung together in order for them to try to get back into this game. Atlanta Dazed is very much in control. And again, that's behind the efforts of Crusady, who not only is double positive, but also has a minute 20 in the hill time, which is, something you love to see, especially out of a teammate like that.
Yeah, man, you love to see that. You love to see the play by Atlanta Dazed, but right now there was a fight by Chicago Hunted, but three instantly of the Hunted just go down. Now they're coming up from their spawns trying to break in, but these players from Atlanta Dazed look like they got all three players on this hill just waiting for any of these players to peek through one of these stairwells. Any side of the beast is like it's going to be a win for the Atlanta Dazed as they get this hero. Just wins one, looking for two. He gets another kill. Rotating now for this P2 hill. Fire check. Looks like he did get two, trying to get the last of the scrap time. But P2 is on. Atlanta Dazed are here.
And based on how Atlanta Dazed have been holding these hills, we could be seeing the last two hills of this game. It might not even go to a third set of rotations. Chicago Hunter on it early, but it seems like the moment Sotero wants to get on, he can just find a couple of kills, and next thing you know, the team is in control. It's a 2-for-2 in the feed, and it's still going to be Hunted retaining control, but the question is, for how long can they keep this control before, again, Atlanta, clamp their jaws and look to attack? They have control for the time being. Maybe at this point, trying to get over that 100-point mark, trying not to get clubbed. But Atlanta Dazed, every player slaying well and finding good amounts of hill time. It's just a great opening in map number 1 that you want to see, especially come playoff time and especially in a division like Silver South.
Yeah, man. The 200 points and 98. Chicago Hunted, they are trying to play a little fights. They do got control of this current hill right now. The rotation is on if you look at the mini map. And Chicago Hunted are winning the rotation. So they're starting to play starting to play hard point now. They can pick it up and play perfect hard point here. You can find themselves getting right back in the game, but they got to play perfect. And this P4 is on. JR here. Gunfight is got to be won right here by Chet, and he loses this to Exile. So now you got Atlanta Dazed on this hill, but now they're on this hill, and now Chicago Hunter are fighting for the back foot, Cash.
They are. You sized it up well, right? If they could have got a full 60 here, it could have been an opportunity for them to get back in this game. But of course, Crusady calls in the streaks. You know that Atlanta has those to play with in the back pocket, so it was even that much taller of an ask for the side of Chicago to really write the perfect script and have the perfect comeback. And right now, Atlanta just want to close the door on that opportunity and say, hey, we're looking to close it out on P4 at the latest. Only needing just under 30 points to win this one. They may not get it here, but again, with how clean their P4 transition was the last time around, they already have these spawns. You can see them arrows turning around, looking to chalk it up and say, let's get a clean hold, let's finish this one here, and let's move on to Tuscan for map number 2.
Yeah, the rotation is already on for the Atlanta Dazed. Two players still holding down the ring, trying to catch the Chicago Hunted players on this rotation. They do try to go beach. Exile is starting to get this much time. 25 seconds. It's all for Atlanta Dazed to win this game. Players are coming from Lambridge, but the kills are going in the favor of Atlanta Dazed. They are winning the kill feed. Suedo Camp just gets one. He called out one's coming Lambridge. Now Polly Beans is coming at him. Suedo, he's dropping the glide bomb. Here he goes. He picks up one with that. That is Polly Beams. Now they're only 5 seconds away from winning this game. And that looks like this could be the game right here with a slight contest from Burt Macklin. He did get in for the slight contest. It's not over yet, but Suedo Camp said, let me end this right here. And there goes the game. 250 to 137, Atlanta Dazed.
Props to Chicago for, again, closing that deficit a bit. Now, sure, it was still over a 100-point victory for the side of Atlanta, and again, you'll take that, but
Loading in
whether
5 seconds. Everything is that we are on the POV of Atlanta Dazed. Watching Exile. Let's see what they're going to do. Like they're going for this A bomb. See if they're going to see anybody towards mid to see if they can watch mid. Atlanta Dazed. I mean, Chicago Hunters and 3 players towards mid. Chicago Polly Beam start off with the first blood. So this is a good start off for the Chicago Hunters.
it's a great start. Now it's what you do around it. You're on defense, so you know Atlanta have to make the play over towards this bomb site. You know they're laning A. You don't want to get over aggressive here and end up giving up your first blood advantage. They don't do that. Now they find a second kill. Now it's a 4v2, and again, bomb is down as well. Whether they know that or not, they can just hold pre-aims at this point and wait for Atlanta to come to them because they're going to have to. Exile gets the opportunity to trade it back and potentially a fight going down at P5 as we look ahead, but now it's drawn up 2-2 because Chicago Hunted looked to overextend. You get a great trade out of Lion to put it in a 2v1, but again, here I'm just thinking you're the defense, you're the team playing from behind. Find a way to just hold pre-aims and make Atlanta make the play.
Yeah, it looks like this bomb is going towards this B site, and it may have just went right in between these players. He's planning to get put for this stair side, so it looks like he may go for the radio room defense. Yep, that's what he's going for. But he's spotted by Lion. Lion takes him down, and Chicago Hunted starts off hot with the 1-0 lead in the search and destroy.
Great one for them to be able to take. They played the retake well. The bomb just goes down, and they're able, like you said, Lion able to find the bomb planner slipping out, able to collect that kill, and they get an early round on the board. And again, I don't want to sound like Simpsons statements in the sense that I don't know much, but really, it's simple. That's one round that you don't have to win. That's one round closer to having six. And sometimes COD, as complicated as it can be, you can try and simple it down to those things one round at a time. We have one round on the board, now we've got to get five more. No matter what it's looking like or how dire the situation is, that's just one less round that we have to win. Poly opening up with another first blood is, again, setting this team up for so much success. Can they continue to play well around it and not give up lives? Well, we'll see, because Exile likes to get aggressive through mid and gets traded for it, but is at least able to take down one.
Yeah, man, he got super aggressive towards mid, and that may be where Atlanta Dazed may have to just slow it down and slow it down a little bit. But there goes Cam. But did he get the kill? No, he did not get the kill. He just got the hit marker. I know he wish he had a Crusade. He is in a good position to find one, but I think he got some bad timing. But now it's Lion by himself. I mean, it was Cam by himself, but in a 1v3. I think this bomb is going down on this A site. I think they know where exactly Cam is at. So Cam has to try to have ice in his brains and try to defuse this bomb and get 3 kills or try to go for some type of ninja play. But it looks like he's going for the long route cash, trying to, make a play through the spell area. He may have just got some bad time. Oh, he almost did the 180, but nope. That's another round for Chicago Hunted, Cash.
Another great one for them to take. They've taken defense, they've taken an offense line, and a great spot outside of P5 to be able to find that kill. And more times than not in those clutch situations, it's not finding the kills that ends up being a problem. It's the time more than anything. I mean, you see that, you have about 35 seconds or so to defuse that bomb, but you take 7 seconds off that, and it's under 30 seconds each time to have to find the kills and get the bomb defused. So time is always the biggest constraint. That's why, so often I love to see teams focus the offensive objective in search and destroy, because it just puts so much pressure on the defensive team. Here for Chicago Hunted, can Poly open up with another first blood? Is the first question. The answer is no, as Sotero finds it. But again, what do these teams objectively look to do on the offensive side? And then defensively, how do you hold these angles and these pre-aims to catch the offensive team? Maybe getting over aggressive, maybe getting overzealous. That's just not the case here in this round. Atlanta Dazed have found all 3 kills here to start.
Yeah, Atlanta Days came out and just started winning the gun battles, getting the wins. Now it's Lion by himself in this 1v4 bomb down this A site. Now he's down to he's now down to like 30 seconds now to try to get these kills. He did shoot his gun, so now he is known by all of the Atlanta Days players. They take them down. Atlanta Days jump on the board 1-0, and that's big for them. They did not want to go down 3-0 in this search and destroy, Cash.
You definitely did not. Again, though Atlanta have had the advantage through map 1, you want to stay within striking distance. The bigger you let the lead get, yeah, the harder that is to be able to overtake rounds enough to find yourself a lead and find yourself a win. So to stay within one round of tying this game up is big for Atlanta, and a good response for them because they do it offensively. So often in Search and Destroy, you see defense kind of having the favor and the preference. Well, Atlanta are able to get it done on offense. So now, if they can find a big defense here, next thing you know, we're tied up. We're completely flipping the script on what we had seen. Exile once again gets aggressive through you, and the fact that that goes unchecked by Chicago is just something we need to see if they're willing to make an adjustment on. That's the second defensive round in a row for Atlanta that Exile has pushed through their U, and no one's been able to pick it up. So it gets traded out eventually, but now you find yourself in a position where, again, you could have all 4 players standing, and that's just not the case. We'll see going forward if they make that adjustment, but the plays in Chicago's hand to try to get this bomb down, and they're trying to work this A site, but losing another player, that's just not going to grant them any openings.
Yeah, Cam just made a good read to watch that bottom church to get to even it up to a 2v2 right now. The bomb is making his way to Church Crusade. He takes down Burke Macklin. Burke Macklin gets taken down. Now it's Paulie Beams by himself in a 1v2. Bomb is down in his bottom church, so it's not in a good area for him. He's down to 30 seconds now to try to pick up this bomb and get it planted, behind these players of the Atlanta Days. I don't think they know exactly where the bomb is, but somebody did just throw a grenade, flashbang, and they did get the information that he's right here, but he stays there committed. Paulie Beams before the pinch is on, and Atlanta Days tie this Search and Destroy up 2-2, and it looks like they may have gotten things figured out now, Cash.
It definitely feels like that, and there were still things Chicago could have done to not put them in a situation. You have your bomb carrier going down in the enemy's essentially spawn, and that's so hard for the player if left in a clutch to have to retrieve. So, again, just misplay calls by the side of Chicago to put them now in a tied game situation. We talked about, hey, if Atlanta can get to this point, well, now all of a sudden they can find themselves overtaking the lead with one more round. Chicago is going back to the basics. It's finding that first blood and then playing around that, especially on defense. So Taro, with his second first blood of the game, is able to make things easier for the side of Atlanta on this offensive go. And would you look at that? They're favoring this A site, and now they have clearance to get the bomb down with one player left.
Yeah, Atlanta Days 3-1 right now. Lion by himself, 1v3. Bomb going down on this A site. He's wishing he was getting playing on the other side. He could have got a free pick, but now he got the information. 45 seconds on the clock for this guy to get 3 kills and the defuse. He has to go. You can't take your time when there's 3 players up. You got to go fast. And it looks like he's just taking his time, but he finds one. He finds Sotero. That's a big kill. He runs. He looks like he's going to go back the other way, but he comes instantly back for the reach out. Cam is there waiting for him on the bomb heady. Atlanta Days go up 3-2. 3 straight rounds for Atlanta Days. Chicago Honey has to do something here to stop this route, Cash.
You said it perfectly. 3 straight rounds. Now Atlanta Days, their ball's rolling, right? They're garnering momentum each round that they continue to win, especially consecutively. So it would be big, and it would be a victory in the Search and Destroy for Chicago to, like you were alluding to, getting a round stop, finding a way to slow down this Atlanta momentum, drawing it up 3-3, and saying, hey, we're not going to let you win any more consecutive rounds. We're going to find a way to get it done. Offensively, they've been struggling to find success in a sense, especially rounds as of late. Again, for me, it's going back to those first bloods, valuing your life, finding a pick, and that's just not seeming to be the case. Sure, they pick up you and don't let Exile push through, but Exile still finds a way to get attack involved and find a way to get on the board now with another first blood on the board for the side of Atlanta. Bomb is going down as Line finds a pick, so a 3v3 retake gonna have to come in for the side of the Dazed, and we'll see what they're looking to do, but once again, Sotero's through. Are they ready for it? Burke Macklin, he's on the case. He finds the kill. Now a 3v2 situation with Bomb down. It's looking good for Chicago.
Yeah, I like this play. I think they was listening to you, Cash. Get the bomb down and instantly become a defensive team defending the bomb site. And that's what it's all about. That's how you can get these rounds in your favor. Now it's down to 20 seconds for Atlanta Days to get 3 kills and try to get the retake. I think Lion just got a free kill by Crusader running past him. There goes the trade by Cam, but he only has 12 seconds to try to get these kills. Pistol is out. Now it's just to the Automo time. He's got to go now. He doesn't have enough time. He goes right into the trap of the other Chicago hunted, and there they go. They stopped. They stopped that momentum train, pulled that pendulum back to the middle, and we're at a 3-3 right here, Cash.
It shows a team that's willing to make adjustments, that's willing to do what they need to stay in this game. The fact they were able to come out and win that round was big for them, and so, like you said, 3-3, we're tied up, and this one could go all the way to the round 11, right? We just see Atlanta rip 3 straight off, and hopefully they do that again, because that would, well, give them map number 2 and put them up 2-0 in the series. It's on defense. You find a way for Chicago, again, to hold those preempts, settle into your gameplay, don't get over aggressive because you don't need to. Make Atlanta make the play, force this 1 seed to get uncomfortable and to have to make the big play. Paulie Beams with his third first blood of the map as well. That's someone you want to see get involved once again. They lean this A site, play around that information.
Yeah, man. Big first blood by Paulie Beams. Now it's 43. The bomb is stuck in their U in Atlanta Days is you right now. There goes Exile going with the MP40 challenge, and then he just instantly backs out of that. He goes up to his A side. Looks like he's playing their side you now. Trying to see if he can get any kill he can, but these players from Chicago Hunter are being very patient. They have not moved from their positions that they have gotten to for at least the last 5 seconds. This is how you win the rounds. You maintain the man advantage. Burt Macklin takes out Sotero to make it a 4v2. 30 seconds left on the clock. This bomb is close to this A site, so that is one thing working for Exile, but they're down 2 to 4 lives.
Like you said, at least having the bomb over here is able to help the side of Dazed, but Exile finding a blood does help, but again, it doesn't give them complete side clearances. Bert, Macklin is doing just that, frying here in this series. And frying in this round, finds 2 of 3 in this round and is looking for the last one, but with no time left to plant. Doesn't matter what happens from here. The round's over, the round's going Chicago. They take 2 straight and now go up 4-3.
Yeah, man, that was a big round by Chicago Hunter to go up 4-3, but Exile, people would have won this last battle right here, man. It would have changed the whole concept of the game. But the Chicago Hunter doing their job, keeping it up, pulling the momentum now in their favor to go up 4-3 in this search and destroy. And this round number 8 is going to be big for both teams. Atlanta Dazed do not want to go down 5-3, but 5-3 has been a CRL curse score to have. So I don't think no team really wants that 5-3 with that 5-3 mark cash.
I don't think they want it either, but you're going to keep playing your game, and Fryer is going to keep frying. And, well, it's P1 control for them, playing back-to-back with their teammates. And, again, trying to work towards this A site. Gonna get chopped down by Exile, who has been a mid-map menace, in a sense, for the side of Atlanta, keeping them alive and keeping them in plays that maybe Chicago should have advantage in. The bomb gets scooped up again after Pseudo-Cam is able to find a kill, but Exile with a great read and potentially bad timing. Lion able to get the timing through well and around the corner, a 2v2 situation. Still plenty of time to work the bomb. You'd like to work a pick maybe, and maybe this bomb goes the way of B-site. Lion with another fantastic timing, challenging out of well. A 2v1, this bomb should be going down A, but it is Crusadia on the hunt and could play spoiler here on this plant.
Yes, he planted the bomb and now for this far side. See if he can get it down. Crusadie is here. He did get the kill on the bomb plant, so now it's a 1v1. Players do know exactly where he's at. Crusadie is playing for that bomb side, but Lion got himself down the bottom well to watch it from down there. That's a good spot to watch it from. I didn't even think about this spot right here. So he's in a great spot. Crusadie knows he's here. Here goes the child, and it's won by Lion and it's Chicago Hunted. They go up 5-3 at match point. 1 round is all Chicago Hunted need to tie this game up, Cash.
It feels so close, you can almost taste it. You're just 1 round away from drawing a series up 1-1. How big that would be for the Chicago Hunted squad to go into map 3 not in a deficit. And for Atlanta, well, whenever Chicago Hunted won 2 straight rounds, they responded with 3 of their own. So, if we're going off of trends, it's not over until it's over. Atlanta still stand a chance to win this one. And if you're Chicago, you want to find a way to close it out. Would you look at that? You're back on defense, the side you found the most success on. And I hope they just keep playing their game. You see Burt getting aggressive through mid-map. But finally, Atlanta switching the play call. They're saying, we're going to go B. We're going to switch things up here. But I think Chicago's ready for it. Lion gets eyes on people. You have player 5 and Paulie ready across, looking through radio, but Crusadia gets the first blood, so the adjustment's coming in, but Atlanta right now getting favored, especially with that second kill.
Yeah, man, Atlanta's gets that 4-2. Paulie Beans get the bomb planter, that's big, but he instantly gets traded out. Now it's just Paulie Beans is there. He wins the battle against the Crusadia, but there he goes, finally gets taken down. Atlanta Dazed make this a 5-4 search and destroy, but it's still match point for Chicago Hunted. They are going on the offensive side. It seemed like they were ready for this push, but the gun battles was just won by Atlanta Dazed.
It was, yeah, as simple as that. You take your 1v1s and you win them if you're Atlanta. Something that they've been able to rely on throughout this series and throughout this season, right? Is their ability to win any 1v1 gunfights presented to them, or at least walk away with the majority. 5-4, inching that much closer to a win. Whew, if you're Paulie, you are willing to back down from that fight and not lose your life here. Player 4 and Sotero getting aggressive, sitting below fire window, position that makes it that much harder for the bomb planner to get that bomb down. And now it's just a matter of who's going to give first, who's going to slip up and maybe slow peek a corner and get caught out. Pseudo-Cam trying to get a look on Burt. Right now for Atlanta, you're playing it slow. It's the same thing we complimented Chicago on a couple rounds back, was you're on defense. Why not play it slow? You don't have to make a move if you don't want to. The offense has to make the plant. That's exactly what Atlanta's doing. They're sitting back holding their pre-aims. And would you look at that? Sotero, maybe. It does get afforded with the first blood, but it looks scary there for a second.
Yeah, man, he got caught YY, and that's what they that's what they call it, the YY movement right there. But now Atlanta Days are up 4-3. I mean 40. Yeah, they're up. They're 4-3. They're getting closer away from winning this round. 30 seconds. All Chicago Hunted has now how to plant this bomb. If the call out has been made, they're going to go to the A site. A may not be a great play. Saturo did get the read on this bomb planter, trying to go to his A site. You can see Fuego Cam making this move to this monument. So his gun battle be fire. But prior Chet has gotten 2 kills and made this a 2v2. It's down to a 1v1 now. Pauly Beams is up versus Suedo Cam. Last man alive, but there goes Suedo Cam with the win in Atlanta Days. Make this a 5-5 in cash. We are going to a round
Man.
11.
Yeah, our first time back on the desk in a while, man, and we're getting treated to a round 11. I love it. I'm excited. Again, it just shows just the grit and the resilience of Atlanta to be able. They're down, right? 5-3. They have to claw back not only 2 rounds to tie it, but they have to get one more round to win it. If you're Chicago, now you're on offense. Now you're in a position where, man, you're kicking yourself. We could have won that a couple rounds ago, and we didn't. We'll see what they're able to do here offensively, but it's still aggression. It's still the same thing out of Atlanta. They don't want to make this easy for Chicago. They may not sit back here. They're going to try to get cheeky for a first blood. And again, it's player 4 Sotero sitting in a position that could catch player 8 and lying out.
Man, Chicago Hunted got the bomb down quick. I like this. Put 45 seconds on the clock. That's all that's needed. So Terrell does get the first blood to make the 4v3 for Atlanta Days. They have the man advantage, but these Chicago Hunted, they are babysitting this bomb. So Terrell finds another one. He gets 2, but Pauly Beans finally traces him out. Crusady is currently on the defuse. Are they going to
I
check
love
this
it.
bomb? Burke Macklin, you got to check the bomb. If not, he's going to get the defuse. I think he just got
Man.
taken down. Oh, no, he got the defuse. Atlanta Days win the round 11 cash. That is a big
I cannot.
play.
On a
And
ninja.
Chris
Like,
Sadie.
especially with
Go
their
ahead.
ARs, we're able to run the board.
Yeah, man. And then just watch. Just speaking of Atlanta, this is game 3. They have been 7-0 all year, and we're seeing
Mhm.
why this team has just been 7-0 as they are on the attacking side. Look like they're going to send 3 players to A. One try to get control of ring. They start off with the first blood with Crusades. There goes Burt Macklin with the trade, but Sotero's instantly there to get him back. Kill feed light is just going back and forth right now. No team with the clear advantage. Lives are 27-27. Minute 15 on the clock. One segment was almost progressed at A site, but that got stopped. But now Crusade is here to get the rest of that first segment cash.
Still getting this time, getting this progression, like you were saying. They find a way to stay alive and stick around. A tick and a half of progress in, and you just haven't been able to get any kind of boat control for the time being. Now able to deplete that second tick here in their line, just trying to play his life, wait for reinforcements to be able to back them up. But they're gonna not worry about the ticks. They're gonna try to push beyond. And if you can get a clean 4 down defensively, yeah, you can set a team up in a spawn trap. But on the flip, well, you get cut down in return. You give the team a big opening to close out this 8-point. Atlanta coming in with the stack. That's all 4 down. You have a player in Crusade be starting to make things mixy. And now this transition up 3 lives could be very easy for the side of Atlanta once they secure this and once they start moving throughout the map. Exile's playing your radio tower and, well, cutting you down. Now you've got to turn your head, figure out where this next push is coming from, because it's really from all 4 lanes.
Yeah, Exile finally just jumps on the clock to stop this time. He did give us that back to let these players from Chicago Hunters spawn up and get get that back control. So Terrell does see 2 of them, so he starts putting his gun down, but he does not get any of them. But the trades are it's 19-14, so Lion doesn't got the life advantage. They do got plenty of time to start working kills right now. Worry about kills for 30 seconds or so, and then start trying to attack the time. But Sotero, he sneaks onto this hill. He gets on. He's making the hill contested for, his teammates are here to try to watch over his back, but he finally gets taken down. They only got a little bit segment at B. Burt Macklin puts shots down on Crusade. He takes him down. Cam gets one on the line. Cam is on to this point, stopping the clock at a minute 19 before he finally gets taken down by a team nade. 14-9 in live. So if you're Atlanta Days, you probably just want to win this round, but if you can get it by as many segments as you can, that would be a great thing too.
It really would be. Of course, if you're Atlanta, you trust your gunny and you trust that your slaying will keep you ahead. But like you said, you want to get those ticks on the board if you can. Playing a bit of TDM, trying to get some control here, up 7 lives. going into this B push. You want to try to find ticks where you can, and Lion with some shaky shots going to find the kill, but Exile quick on the trade. Now we're going to see a couple players look to stack this point, and again, you'd like to walk away with at least a tick here. It's a dominant round nonetheless, but you want that tick progression because that's going to matter in those later rounds. Atlanta cruising, doing their thing, over a tick of progress on the board, and just 2 players left for the side of Chicago. Now, you're all coming off respawn here to make this next push. It is still possible for the side of Chicago to do, but I'm going to assume Atlanta's going to group up, get a clean 4-man push in, and try to find a way to trade these players out here and close this round.
Yeah, right now they're just finally got one on the play. Santero. There's now it's just one player last alive. They went for the kill. They was just gonna leave him alive and hope he waited for him to child the point. But nonetheless, they didn't do that. Atlanta Dazed, they go up 1-0, stealing an offense. That's always a great thing to do in control. Come out, get you a quick little offensive win, and then that you can just take it easy. Well, not really take it easy because you got to win the defense, but defense have more won than their loss.
Like you said, you don't want to take it easy in a sense, but you can again kind of breathe a sigh of relief and know that there's that less pressure on you. You get the offensive round on the board, the harder of the two. And if they want to win a 3-0, they're going to have to find a way to take 2 offenses, but they give themselves that cushion, that room to breathe, like you were alluding to make plays, maybe, take some routes and try some things out here as they look to the later portions of this playoff season. See if it'll work out for them. Well, the kill feed seems to be working out in their favor. They go 3 for 1. They get a clearance, and again, the spawn trap can be so punishing. And if you don't work these picks, take your time to get out of it. It can be really just round ending in the first 30 seconds. You start to get ring control, you start to find a way to push out, but just as that door opens a crack, Atlanta is there to slam it right in your face. It's going to have to be a focus because, again, unless you get this player out of ring, a B push is seemingly not happening.
Yeah, Suelo Cam has been the ring controller right now, not letting nobody get through this ring site. But there is one battle player, 8. He gets through, but he finally gets taken down. The kills are just going on in favor of Atlanta Dazed. 26-18, 40 seconds to go on this clock. Uh, and now you got Chicago Hunter. They're all grouped up. They're all trying to make this A site. They did get 2 players on, but there is the kills just lighting up all Atlanta Dazed. Exile takes out Lion, and now Chicago Hunter back to the response. 25 seconds left. 14 lives trying to go here. Suedo Cam is still holding down this ring. Has not died since he got up here, but he's only on a 4 streak right now, looking for a 5. He did get that 5th kill when he did go to the bottom. There's only 10 lives left, 11 seconds. I don't think that this is going to be looking good for the Chicago Hunter. They got to try to get a player on the A, and as soon as they get a little sniff of A, the kills just light up for Atlanta Dazed, and that is all she wrote. Atlanta Dazed take this defense around, going up 2-0 in this control. And right now, Cash is looking like it's all Atlanta Dazed.
It feels like it's been all Atlanta since map number 1. I mean, Chicago tried to contest their bit in the search and destroy, but as far as respawns are concerned, you nailed it. It's been all Atlanta from start to finish. I mean, you look at the stat lines, these players 11-6, 13-7, 15-8, 13-7, boasting a collective, 12 team kill streak. It's just unreal what we're seeing from them as far as the respawn potential. And again, it feels like we're just getting started in a sense. The series, it's been a quick one, and it's one that Atlanta have been a controller from the start. But as this team continues to, warm up and find life in the series, it gets more and more dominant progressively. For Chicago, yes, pull off a reverse sweep in the control, pull off a reverse sweep in the series, and it's quite the ask. I think Atlanta has a bit too much prowess to do it, but hey, a wise man once said it's never chalked, so Chicago, as long as there's still time on the board and lives left, you stand a chance.
Yeah, man. It just starts off with a defensive round. Just trying to get one on the board. Don't let them just overpower you and take this defensive round. Just win this defense, and that's how it starts. But the kill feed all red right now. 4 that's kills for Atlanta Dazed. Exile currently on a 2 streak, 18-9. Just being an absolute menace for the Atlanta Dazed. He definitely ate his Wheaties this morning. He said it is playoff time, and I'm gonna come with an A plus performance, and that's what he's coming with. Burke Macklin did just get 2 downstairs, so he did stop the progression at this A site, but Crusading has made his way to this B site.
Flying over here trying to stop these players from cutting them down. Fryer able to stand tall for now and hold off this initial push. But for Chicago defensively, you're down 1 life and they haven't captured A. You're standing alive, standing a chance here in this one. You don't want to go 4 down and get cleared off the site because again that could get the A site cleared or even B. But it seems like now they're leaving 1 player left in line to maybe be the last one to slow down any more progress here. Beyond that, I do think they're going to chalk this one up and focus their resources on this B site. A couple kills go the way of Atlanta. That means the last tick also going to favor them. They get a ring push in to try and slow down this transition, but Atlanta's still finding these kills, still finding ways to move across the map. Holding strong though. I mean, down 2 lives with just a minute and a half to make a hold. You just need a couple 4 downs defensively to push them back and make them hike across the map. Chicago stand a real chance to take this round.
Yeah, man. There's 12 to 15 only down by 3 lives, and they are set up watching over this B side because it's the only side that's left. Exile did take down Fire Chat. They just gotta just make sure they just get in the good position. Here comes the glide bomb though. That's probably gonna clear out the hill, letting these Atlanta Dazed players get up closer to this hill. Now they see Crusaders in this top ring, seeing players come through on this big rock. Probably made the call to this team. First one up is Burke Macklin to try to clear off this hill. Does he find one? Can he find the second kill? Oh, he ran out of bullets. But Exile there's a minute left, 13-8 on the clock. Exile just going crazy, but he finally gets taken down. Crusaders being, doing a good job, just making sure he controls this ring, not letting no player from the Chicago Hunted get to this ring. 10-7. Chicago Hunted, they gotta hold off for 40 seconds and not die 7 more times so they can try to, win this defensive round and not get swept in this control.
30 seconds. Down 3 lives. You nailed it perfectly. Can they hold the defensive Fire with a good kill to at least slow down this push? So Tara responds with a quick trade. Crusaders with another. As we start to see these kills come in, it's 3 for 1. It's stopping the clock. It's starting to feel dire for the side of the Hunted to stay alive. Lives doubling for the side of Atlanta. You just have to trade out from here on out to close this one out. So Tara finding more and more kills, continuing to go big for the team tonight in this series. And again, Lives ticking down 8-1. This one looking to be done, dusted, and over with. Atlanta Dazed taking it in what is a hot 3-0. And wow, was it a dominant one at that?
Yeah, man, these Atlanta Dazed players, man. It's like the LAT early in the year. Do not challenge Atlanta Dazed
Do
on
not run them up on
2.
Gavitu,
Yeah,
man.
do not. Do not. Teams, you gotta play.